I got to watch you grow up, quickly become one of the best in the game. You're sitting at home this summer. I call it the summer of the wide receiver, right? Our boy Justin
Yeah.
obviously gets what he deserves. AJ, Amon Ra, Devontae, Jalen, Tyreek, re-ups. When you're sitting at home and you're seeing all these people, all these wide receivers at your position get money, what are your thoughts on that?
Just I gotta be next. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
being honest, but it happens. I was a little disappointed, but it's just another lesson in life right now. Just gotta overcome this battle and just keep going forward.
Yeah. You said though, you said like I never asked for an extension because you were almost getting painted as like the bad guy,
hmm
right? What went into the decision to handle camp the way you did though?
Yeah. It's really on how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a right way of doing it. It's not a wrong way of doing it. And it's always an iffy situation either way it goes. So it's just about how you handle it and be a pro about the whole situation. I think that's the best way you can do it.
I love that you said be a pro because that's what you're doing now,
Mm.
right? When business is business and it's handled however it gets handled, a football season starts.
Right.
You start this football season still playing on the same contract, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna table that and worry about playing the best football I could possibly play.
Mhm.
What made you feel like that was the right decision?
Um, I don't know, man. You just gotta. It's like a feeling, you know what I'm saying? And that was probably one of the biggest decisions of my life. I made. I opted out of college was another big decision for me. So, I just leaned on God in that moment, man. It's not really much I could really do. Not really much control I have over the situation at the end of the day. So, I just prayed on it, and whatever turns out, it's gonna be meant to be.
Bro, you just never lost. Like Rummel, y'all always won. LSU, you win the national championship. Shoot, you get to the league and you were living a fairy tale, a Super Bowl, an AFC championship the next year. How difficult have the struggles of last year and also the struggles of starting 0-2 been for you?
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. Like you said, I'm used to winning, man, and seeing how games turn out and knowing that we're not that team we're showing on film and on TV, and just believing in the guys that we have in the room and around. That's I watched during camp the plays they could make, and they seen the plays that I could make. So it's just being one full team and putting one full effort in that game. I think that's what we showed last week. That's why we were so ready.
Yeah, I think that was what was so impressive to me. Obviously, the first week isn't Cincinnati Bengal football since you've been here, since Joe's been here. And I mean, across the board, you were counted out going into Kansas City, face the reigning champs. And you guys are right there in the fight at the end. And then you have the play where, you show a little frustration, speaking to the official with something that went on. What was the issue with Trent on that play, or was it all about the official?
It was really just they come up with us. They come up with us to the players every year, and they hit us with the new rules and stuff like that. So I think this year was the hip drop tackle. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if we gonna have the opportunity to bring it to the players' attention, and y'all gonna bring it to us in meetings and make sure we on top of it and make sure it's safety for us, I feel like y'all should, at least I don't know how they gonna treat it on here and out, but if they gonna bring it to our attention, they should, say something about it.
Right.
If not say something, then I feel like we shouldn't mention it at all.
I do agree with you. Once you bring something to the attention of the players, that's when I start to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
That's when I start to make sure it's being called. Um, Malik Neighbors, right, our boy, played Washington last week, who you guys played on Monday. He got 18 targets.
Yeesh.
Right? 18 targets. Went 10 for 130. I don't know if you remember this because I know you're in the heat of it. Last year, you guys were 0-2. It's Monday Night Football. Y'all play the Los Angeles Rams. You go for 12. You get 12 for 141. Y'all win that game. Y'all have a very high percentage of winning football games when you get the rock. When is the time to go have the conversation to tell coaches, hey, look, I want to win. I want to help us win. And the way to do that is to give me opportunity.
Yeah. I don't think I need to go upstairs and establish that. You know what I'm saying? And this contract situation, I've had a bunch of sit downs and talks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure they understand what I would expect. Let's just say what I would expect during the games. But if other guys are eating, you know what I'm saying, I don't mind being a little decoy Leroy every here and there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's part of the job, though. You got to take the resume.
Right.
So it's just about how they use me, and I just got to make sure I stay in the game with it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
I saw a red zone snap, Kansas City last week, and there's two defensive backs who aren't even looking at anyone else. Right? They're turned to you like it was punt coverage.
Look like Megatron.
You look like Megatron.
Yeah.
How do you take that? Do you take that as a sign of respect, or is it frustrating because on that play, Joe has to immediately go away from you?
Yeah, bit of both. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you looking at it, because I want to touch the ball. I'm a playmaker. If you don't have a receiver that don't want to touch the ball, then is he a real receiver? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I just want to make a play for the guys, you know what I'm saying, for my teammates, for the fans. So if it happens to be like that, then I know for sure he's going to the next guy and going to the next read.
What is it going to take for y'all to get back to winning?
One game at a time, man. That's all it is. One game at a time, and capitalize on the turnovers when we get the opportunity, the first downs, big plays, explosive. So just got to make, go back to old Bengals football that we've been playing the past 2 years.
It's no Joe. Joe's now in Houston. Tyler is in Tennessee. T. Higgins is, battling a hamstring. Joe B got his money. He was supposed to. I believe you're going to get yours. You're supposed to. That's what happens now. Like, some of the stars can't be signed if the big dogs get their money.
Mm-hmm.
How different is it right now, though, not having some of the people, man, that you really had to ride with to win big games?
This the first time,
Yeah.
this the first time, I've been in this situation. So, it's a lot of opening and leaving, open doors, closed doors, leaving. And I realized it for the first time last year. And now that there's guys that I've been around, hanging around outside of the stadium, it just try to stay in small contact, you know what I'm saying? Still try to hang out with those guys in the off season. Hit them up for birthdays and stuff like that. So it's just little conversations I get to have.
Who are some of those guys that you think have the ability right now on this roster to step up with some of the other guys leaving?
Yeah, I think Jermaine's going to be a big guy. I think Andre's going to be big for us too. Chase Brown, even though he's already been here, I'm excited to see what he can do again this year. Mike Jasecki.
Does he can he gritty yet?
Nah, he still stick to his gritty. I ain't gonna mess that up. That's you gotta keep that, man.
Come on, man. He here with one of the originators.
He gonna do it one time, but I like seeing his, man. That's just funny to see. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that on the regular, so I don't mind keeping that around.
Yeah, man. I love, when he signed here, that was my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if you were gonna give him some lesson. Let's talk about, man, your quarterback. I've gotten to talk to him more this offseason than I ever have. LSU, every time I walked in, he was just by himself being Joe.
Yeah.
But just seeing them this offseason away from football, getting to know him, I've really enjoyed it. He's an interestingly intense cat, though.
Very.
Yeah. So when you think about Joe, especially the way I watched him play last week, how much confidence do you have that he's back, that he's better, that he's ready, and that he's going to do what this team needs to get to where you guys want to be, which is ultimately a Super Bowl?
Yeah, man, he could do it. You know what I'm saying? We've done it before. Everyone knows how he leads. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely 100% focused when he's at task at hand.
Yeah.
And he does the same thing for the guys around him. And I've been with him for a long time now, and I ain't never seen him, fall off, feel sluggish about himself. I don't know if he does, but I always pick him up too. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if he's seeing it or not. I'm picking him up. He's picking me up. So, so it's a team effort.
Your personality can get misunderstood. How have you had to accept more of a leadership role as you've continued through your years here?
Yeah, I felt like it's the biggest this year just because, like you said, the guys that's always been here, they're gone now, like TB and Mixon. You know what I'm saying? And those are the guys that I used to lean on and they used to give me advice all the time. And now that they're gone, the younger guys are doing it to me now. And it's so crazy that I'm saying the younger guys because I'm still young myself. So it just shows you how, the years flying by and, they look up to me. So, it's nothing new. It's just how I handle myself and I'm always being watched.
Yeah. All right, here's my last question for you. Do you want to retire a Cincinnati Bengal?
That's a good question. I wouldn't mind it. I ain't got no I ain't got no disrespect against Cincinnati. I love Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind being a Bengal for life.